Harka kabajamtootaa fi jaallatamtoota daawwattoota OROMIA11 Arda Masjid Tawfiq keessatti argamna. Halkan Ramadaana 25ffaa Sagantaa Iftaara masjidni qopheesse irratti argamneetiin isin biraan gahuudhaaf as jirra jechuudha. Sagantaan Iftaara jalqabuudhaaf deema. Sagantaan Iftaara maal fakkaata? Eenyufaatu irratti affeerameera waan jedhu gamanumaan isin beeksisuu barbaanna. Sagantaa kanarratti namoonni amantii Islaamaa hordofaniif akkasumas kanneen amantii Muslimaa yookiin amantii Islaamaa hin hordofne nan Muslim soorri jedhamanis jiraattonni naannoo kanaa affeeramanii jiran. Isaanis sagantaa aftira kanarratti argamanii waan isaanitti dhagahamu Islaamummaa maal akka fakkaattu irraa xiqqoo barachuudhaaf qooda hawaasa kanaa wajjin tokkummaan jiraachuunis maal fakkaata waan jedhu sagantaa kana qopheessan jechuudha. Gama sagantaatti isin dabarsina turtii gaarii qabadha.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bikitti arkamnu Masjid Tawfiq Minneapolis, Minnesota. Sababa Ramadaanaatiini Masjid Tawfiq ollaa isaa nan Muslim kan tahin Ramadaana kanaaf afeeree aftira. So sanif jecha nutilleen waa'ee amantaa keenyaa waan akkatti bareedu agarsiisuu fi waa'ee shari'aa waan xiqqoo dikooreet goonee isaan agarsiisuu jirra. So inshallah itti dhiyaadha. Assalamu alaikum.
Sagantaa iftaaraa ka ollaa kennaaf qopheessin irratti qopheessaa jirra. Akkuma argaa jirtan jiimii keessatti ollaa kana cufa warra jiru yaamnee asitti yoo rabbi jedhagaa Ramadaana bultii 10 fi hagam keessa jirra jechuudha. Ara 25ffaa jirra. Iftaara qopheessaa jirra asitti warra ollaatiif biiznillaahi ta'ala. Akka gartanii uummanni ollaa kennaa kun gara diinii rabbiitti yaamamaniif programni kun sagantaan kun ka qophaa'ee fi inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Daawwattoota OROMIA11 bakka jirtanitti nageenyi rabbii isin irratti haa jiraatu jecha arraan tana Tawfiq Islamic Center haftira isaa ka 2023 qaamatuu godhu ummata muslima hin tahin ka ollaa kana qubatan magaalaa Minneapolis, Minnesota keessatti arraan tana afeerraa guyyaa arraan tana guyyaa sabtii kana yaamanii asitti kunoo isaanis kabajaan dhiyaatanii dhufaa jiranii saniif muslimni akkam ollaa wajjin hangam takka ollaa kabajaa hangam takka ollaa dhiheeysaa hangam takka gartee ollaa isaanitti tolo oolan waan jiru masgida kana keessattis islaamummaan amantiin tun maal akka fakkaattu akkamitti namni muslimaa nama kaanii wajjin jiraata kajuu yaamanii amatu waan kana qopheessan kunoo arraan tanaas kunoo qurnan boodaa ka irraa dhumaa guyyaa arraan tanarra oolee saniif OROMIA11s bakka tana dhuftanii qooda keessan bahuudhaaf hedduu galatoomaa isiniin jenna. Saniifuu obboleeyyan waan kanarraa hubattanii qophii akka kunoo amma Tawfiq Islamic Center godhu jiru keessattuu namni biyya alaa keessa jirtan ummata ollaa keessan qubatuuf kakkanaa kana amantiin teenya maal akka fakkaattu barsiisuudhaaf masgida dhiheessitanii ummata kana akka tola isaan nutti oolan nutis karaa kanaan tola isaan nutti oolan haadee bifnuufin isiniin ja'a amatu akkana yaamtanii masjid Tawfiq Islamic Center eega asii galeerraa 2018 asitti dalagaa isaa eegalee eegasirraa kaasee kunoo ollaa isaanii nama gartee muslima hin tahin asitti dhiheessanii ummata kana wajjin haftira godhaa jiran namni hundinuu amantiin teenya bareedduu tana akka nama ollaa keenya warra islaama hin tahin irra finnee akka barsiifnu kana islaamummaa jechuun islaamummaan bareedonni islaamummaadha kana saniif yoo nuti kophaa teenya deemne ummata kana namni amantii tanatti himu hin jiru arraan tan haftira yaamnee amantiin teenya tana fakkaatti ollummaa akkana jabeessaa nuun jetti jennee barsiisuu qabna wanni kuni aadaa haanuu ta'uu itti fufuu qabna namni waan kana laaltan kanarraa hubattanii isinis ollaa keessan akka yaamtan isiniin jenna galatooma.
My name is Dane. This is my first time here. Oh, I'm a part of the community, so I wanted to see what was happening at the center and get to know people here a little bit. And so far, it seems great. Really welcoming, great people. And I'm excited. So yeah, it's good to be here.
Hi, my name is Ava. I'm also a member from the community, and on Easter last week, someone came around to our back porch when we were celebrating and said, "Hey, do you want to come to the center next Saturday?" So that's why we're all here today, and it's been a good opportunity to meet people so far. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Mia. I live right across the street, and I'm really excited to be invited to share this occasion with everyone. I think it's just a really nice opportunity to meet your neighbors and break bread with people in the community. So thanks for inviting us.
I'm Robin. I'm delighted to be here. I've never been inside the mosque, although like them, I walk by it all the time, and I'm just excited to get to know more of my neighbors better.
Akam Naga. My name is Jetta. I am with the Senior Linkage Line. I work for a nonprofit organization called Trellis, and we are sponsoring tonight's Iftar. It gives us great joy and pleasure to participate in this iftar, to share and break bread with our brothers and sisters who are of different religions, different faiths, and they live in the community. So it's just an opportunity for us to share the news of what the Senior Linkage Line is and how we serve older adults and how we can translate all of our materials into different languages. But tonight is just a celebration. It's an opportunity to come together and to sit and talk with people you've never met before and to kind of share our faith and what we believe, because I think we have more in common than we do. We're excited to be here because we have a lot of neighbors in the Seward neighborhood in Minneapolis coming together. We have Muslims, we have Christians, we have folks with no belief, and everyone's coming together to celebrate and to eat together and to learn about our different cultures and their languages. I think tonight's going to be a really excellent opportunity to show the best of who we are as human beings. Thank you. Kalatomi.
Assalamu alaikum. So we'll start a program. If everybody can come inside and sit down, we'll start a program. Assalamu alaikum. So it means this is a greeting of the Islam, meaning that may peace be with all of you. So with that, we'll start. I will hand it over to Nuruddin, who is one of the students, as well as also a member of the mosque. So as you guys know, we wanted to say thank you to every one of you for being here tonight. So we'll have a schedule and the layout, and afterwards, and we'll break the fasting together. So with that, I'll hand it over to Nuruddin.
Jazakumullah khair, ya Sheikh. Inshallah, we're going to be starting the event. We're kind of... Can you guys hear me? Okay, we're running a little past time. You can't hear it? We're running like 10 minutes late, but inshallah, we're going to start off the event with the glorious recitation of the Holy Quran, and we're going to have Brother Hamza come up and recite for us. Inshallah, barakallahu feek.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون أياما معدودات فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين فمن تطوع خيرا فهو خير له وأن تصوموا خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصمه ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب أجيب دعوة الداع إذا دعان فليستجيبوا لي وليؤمنوا بي لعلهم يرشدون.
You know, the Quran was revealed to us and it's mass memorized. So this is just like a little portion. If you guys allowed me, I would love to explain the verses that he just recited. In these verses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He commands the believers to fast. He commands them to fast to gain taqwa. To gain, meaning the consciousness of God in all aspects of life. The consciousness of God in all aspects of life. In this circumstance, fasting is to abstain from eating, from drinking, sexual intercourses between spouses from dawn until sunset. In this, the believer gains taqwa. Although there are also exceptions in which one may not be able to fast, such as is it as if he's traveling or he's ill, you know, which he can make up those fasts later on. But fasting during the month of Ramadan, it's a very beautiful blessing, you know. Fasting during the month of Ramadan is an act of self-obedience, of self-discipline, of self-control. All of this just in fasting, you know. Also, and it helps the believers as well to, fasting in itself helps the believers in, you know, being able to overlook their actions and their thoughts and such, to try and work hard, you know. Ultimately, this in itself is a benefit for each and every person, so they can benefit themselves, benefit those around them, and whatnot. It's also a benefit for their family, and stuff like that. So in these verses that he just recited, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands fasting. In these verses as well, it's a reminder to the believers that the month of Ramadan, the month that we're currently in, this was the time where the Quran was revealed. The Quran was revealed in the month of Ramadan as a guidance to mankind. Not only to a certain amount of people, yet it's a guidance to the mankind. You know. Hearing this, I love to see your beautiful faces. I'm glad you guys came out. Really thankful for you guys being here as well.
Assalamu alaikum, may peace be with you all. Today I'm going to be reciting a poem about how Islam brings peace within everyone. Welcome all to this holy place, where we gather to break our fast with grace. Ramadan, a month of mercy and peace, a time for spiritual renewal and love to increase. We thank you all for joining us tonight to share in the blessings of this holy rite. We offer our gratitude to our community for their support and solidarity, a true unity. Our religion is one of peace and love, embracing diversity like a gentle dove. We extend our hands to all who seek a peaceful coexistence, love and respect we speak. So come, let us break bread together. In this sacred space, let us be tethered. We welcome you with open hearts and minds. May this event be a celebration that binds. Thank you for joining us on this night. May God bless us with mercy and light. Let's enjoy this meal and the company we keep, a moment of unity, a memory we'll keep. Jazakallah, thank you everyone.
Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Thank you all for joining us tonight. My name is Dursa Abdullahi. I'm one of the teachers and volunteers here at this mosque, as well as other mosques throughout the Twin Cities. I would just like to first begin by thanking you all dearly from the bottom of my heart for joining us tonight and taking time out this evening to break bread with us. So tonight, I wanted to share with you all a little bit about the month of Ramadan, what it means to us, and why we fast during it. But before that, I wanted to share with you a very interesting quote that I came across. It's from a man by the name of Lester Pearson. He said, misunderstanding arises from ignorance. And ignorance, it breeds fear. And fear is the greatest enemy to peace. And that could not have been more true. In other words, when someone doesn't know something, it's a breeding grounds for intolerance, for chaos, for things to be let loose. And that means the opposite is also true. When someone has knowledge about something, it can breed equality, it can breed coexistence, it can breed peace. And this is really like a universal truth, because we find this throughout different cultures and religions as well. There's a statement in Arabic which goes, "Man jahila shay'un adah." The one who's ignorant of something takes that thing as an enemy. Why? Because there's lack of knowledge. So again, I want to say thank you all and congratulations for coming through and now getting to build understanding and build these bridges so we can build that coexistence and that peace and that understanding. So in that spirit, first I would just like to take a few minutes to introduce you all to some of the basics of our beliefs. What are some of those core tenets? Maybe some things you've heard before, and maybe some things will be new tonight. So as Muslims, our religion is Islam. And Islam comes from a root word which means to submit. In other words, to submit to the Creator. It also comes from another root word in Arabic which means salam, meaning peace. Hence, Islam means and is a religion which teaches us for someone to find true peace, they submit their will to their Creator. And that's the ultimate way to find happiness. So this is the meaning of the word Islam. The one who does this submission, the submitter, is called a Muslim. All right? So that's what those two words mean. Now, contrary to popular belief, Islam, we don't believe is a new religion. You know, some people may think Islam began 1,400 years ago in the deserts of Arabia. That couldn't be further from the truth. To us, Islam always existed. It was the first religion and the oldest religion. How? In the sense that I just explained that it means what? You submit your will to your Creator. So this concept existed since the beginning. So we believe that those prophets and messengers who existed from the beginning were submitters. Whether it be Adam or Noah or Moses or Jesus or Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon all of them. So in that sense, we say Islam is not a new religion, rather it is a very old religion. Now, Islam, in that sense also, came with one message, one important message that was preached by all of them. And that is that we as humans, since we are all naturally inclined towards searching for a purpose, that purpose is that you worship the Creator alone and do not ascribe partners with that Creator, meaning you do not take others besides that Creator as a God or divine. That is the ultimate teaching of Islam. And as Muslims, we have, of course, 5 pillars that we build our religion on. And we call them pillars. Why? Because pillars hold up a structure. In other words, if one of them is missing, the entire structure does what? It falls. So what are those 5 pillars of Islam? Number 1, it is the belief, the testimony that there is one Creator and Muhammad is his last and final prophet. Number 2, it is that one establishes the 5 daily prayers. And we're going to be praying our 4th prayer shortly, and then we have one more after. The 3rd pillar is that one pays the mandatory charity annually. Number 4 is that one makes that pilgrimage, that sacred pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in their life. Of course, if they're able to. And then lastly is that one fasts in the month of, in which month? Ramadan, okay, which we are all in today. All right, so as a community, we're actually wrapping up this month. There's only a few days left. So we are in that month today. And believe it or not, this is the highlight of our year. Yes, fasting. All right, fasting even from water. All right, that's a question we often get. Even from water? Yes. All right. But why? Because this is not a month that we look at and we see just starvation. That's not what it's all about. Rather, it's a month of sacrificing for God. It's a month of worship, a month of charity, a month of blessings, a month of forgiveness. These are all highlights of this month that we look at and we take. This month is a month of renewed spiritual commitment and spiritual strength. It is a month where we turn back to our Creator. It's one of the months you often find, a lot of people who may have been struggling throughout the year, they turn a new leaf in this month. It's a month where those who were doing good all year become better. Because it's a month which encourages us to strive even harder and not just become complacent. It is a month where God extends His forgiveness. There's a very beautiful prophetic tradition that we're taught by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who said, إِذَا جَاءَ رَمَضَانَ, when Ramadan comes, فُتِحَتْ أَبْوَابُ الْجَنَّةِ, the gates of paradise are extended wide open. وَغُلِّقَتْ أَبْوَابُ النَّارِ, and the gates of hellfire are closed, shut. وَسُفِّدَتِ الشَّيَاطِينَ, and the devils are chained. This is really a spiritual grounds to take off and do the best that you can and become a better person and come out at the next end of it a new, renewed person spiritually. All right, this is a month in which we show our gratitude and recognize the blessings that we have been given by our Creator. We should try to imagine, and truly, for us in the West, here in America, we're blessed. So we do need to imagine. Imagine that you don't know when your next meal is. This is the reality that many people go through in other countries. And we, as a community here, we're very blessed. We don't really suffer from that. But this is a month in which we recognize there are others who go through what we are now going through. I have dry mouth right now. I'm having a very hard time to talk. But that helps me recognize others. This is a month in which the seed of empathy is planted in our hearts. And so it's a month where we get to show that gratitude. It is a month which encourages us now, not just to recognize others' suffering, but do something about it. And so you find in this month is when people really reach deep in their pockets and give charity to those that are in need and experiencing this hunger. All right, this month is also a month of mercy. It is a month where God, Allah has shown us His mercy, where we ourselves show ourselves mercy, and where we show others mercy. It is a month that God, Allah has shown us mercy in which way? It is a month where Allah sent down His final revelation, the Quran. And He commissioned Muhammad to prophethood. And we see this as two of the greatest acts of mercy to mankind. So as the brother mentioned earlier, we don't see this religion, this book, this prophet as a mercy only to us Muslims. Rather, a mercy to mankind. In fact, this is something we find in the Quran itself, where God says, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. And we did not send you, Muhammad, except as a mercy to all. Just to Muslims? No. To all. And so we learn from His example. And we implement this mercy in every way possible that He has taught us. He taught us to have mercy to everyone on the earth. In a prophetic tradition, he said, Ar-Rahimuna yarhamuhum ar-Rahman. Those who are merciful, the most merciful will show them mercy. Irhamu man fil ardi yarhamukum man fis sama. Have mercy to those on earth. The one above the heavens will show you mercy. And so we implement that as Muslims to the best of our abilities. It is this book, it is this prophet who taught us to have mercy to our own selves in this month. How? By recognizing our shortcomings and doing our best to get rid of it. It is this book and this prophet who taught us to have mercy, not just to humans, but also to animals. Even to the animals. And I'll give you an example of that. There was a young man who was going to slaughter a sheep. And he was doing so in the presence of other sheep. And the Prophet said, what are you doing? Are you trying to kill it twice? You're going to kill it already, and it's watching you kill other sheep. How dare you? Do it in privacy, so you don't terrify the other ones. Mercy even to animals. In fact, I dare say he taught us to even have mercy towards our foes, our enemies. And this is one of the highlights in the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. I don't have too much time, so I will end it here. Again, I would just like to thank you all for joining us tonight. I hope you are comfortable, and if you have any questions, you can track me down or anyone else, and we hope you enjoy the meal. هذا وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Thank you all once again.
Akamotan, assalamu alaikum. Sagantaa kanati na eferu kesanif galatoma. Tabata trellis vi senior linkage line. Kanain Sagantaa Iftar Tana sponsor gotan bukabu e tahachu kiyati kamatu adana takahama. Good evening, and thank you for inviting us to this event. It is my honor to represent the Senior Linkage Line and my organization, Trellis, in sponsorship of tonight's Iftar event. Ahmed Musa and I are really thrilled to be here and to be part of such a neat event of education and breaking bread. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Senior Linkage Line, we are a partnership with the Minnesota Board on Aging. We sit in partnership with our organization, a nonprofit, because we are the Twin Cities Area Agency on Aging. And for those who don't know much about it, we are a free, statewide self-help line that people call into. Individuals who have questions about transportation and they have fallen or they've had a medical and they need a ride, we can provide assistance. Individuals who are in a position where they need to find culturally appropriate meals or they need to have direction to food shelves, they call the Senior Linkage Line for assistance. If you or someone else you know is in a position where you need help with legal services and finding resources, or if you need to find light chore services for your home, the Senior Linkage Line is a one-stop shop for all things related to getting old. So we appreciate being here. Our services are available in a number of languages, Afan Oromo, Somali, Spanish, English, and Hmong. We do a lot of partnerships in the community, and we have literature that's available. So again, we really appreciate having the opportunity to sponsor this. Anytime that we can sit in partnership and we can break bread and we can learn from our neighbors and folks that are different from us, we always gain a little bit about that. So thank you so much. Galatoma, salam, gracias, and thank you.
Good evening, everybody. It's great to be with you. I'm Representative Matt Norris. I'm not from Minneapolis, but I do have the privilege of representing Blaine and Lexington in the Minnesota House of Representatives, and I appreciate the opportunity to join you all this evening. I actually was invited here by one of my constituents. One thing people may not realize about the Blaine and Lexington area is we've got a fairly large Muslim population up in that area, and so it's a great opportunity for me to come and join you this evening and share fellowship with all of you here here, our Muslim community, as well as those from other faiths or non-faith traditions here in Minneapolis. I think one of the things that I'm really committed to, and I know that my colleagues on the DFL side and the Minnesota House of Representatives are committed to, is building a more inclusive Minnesota for everyone. And that's part of the reason why we've really made an effort to connect with our Muslim brothers and sisters during this month of Ramadan. I was really proud of the fact that Speaker Hortman, early on during the month of Ramadan, hosted an iftar dinner in the Minnesota House of Representatives. We opened up the House chamber. We opened up our retiring room for prayer. We hosted the Muslims from all across the state of Minnesota in our caucus room for an iftar dinner. And I think that's really important to show that we're one Minnesota, that we're bringing everyone together, and that the state capitol is everybody's home, regardless of their faith tradition or where they come from. So really, again, pleased to be able to join you all this evening. This is a fantastic evening, and know that in the Minnesota House of Representatives, we're committed to inclusivity and making sure that Minnesota is a home where all our brothers and sisters can feel welcome.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa wala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace and blessing of God be upon all of you. My name is Nasir Hamza. I'm one of the staff members here and assistant imam. And I was given a short note here to just give some information about our Tawfiq Islamic Center. First of all, thank you for joining us for Iftar. Really, this is a great opportunity to, more than anything, more than discussing about the masjid or our community here, to be honest with you, we would like to hear from you. We'd like to know you more. We want you to also tell us your concerns, any complaint when we drive around, especially late night when we leave from here. More than anything, that's, I just wanted to hear your concerns. We have kids around here. We have a big community. Oromo community is over 40,000 in just Twin City here. So, but I was given a key point to talk about, and the majority of our members are originally from Oromia, which is another region in Ethiopia. And their primary language is Afan Oromo, which is, we say Akam to say, how are you? Although many of them also speak one or two other languages, like me, I happen to speak about 5 languages, especially born in the city that I was born in. It's quite diverse, Somalis, Oromos, and Amharas, and Tigris, and Adari. There's over probably 70 tribes within Ethiopia, if I'm not wrong. And the Oromo people started arriving here in the late 80s and in the early 90s. And this is our first mosque. But this is expanded from the north side of Tawfiq Islamic Center. But our first mosque was in North Minneapolis, 2900 Lindell Avenue. And then when we found our community is growing, for example, I have 3 kids. Like coming 15 years ago, we were only about half of what we are today. But today we have pretty much triple of what we used to have 20 years ago. So that's why we say we need to have a center, not only like a place of worship, a place of where our kids can find a sense of belonging. And this place is not only about just praying. We also have a program here, like after school program, where students get 2/3 math, science, anything. We have students voluntarily coming from University of Minnesota here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 5 to 8. And we also have like a team that plays basketball and plays against our neighbors here in Riverside. So our first mosque is in North Minneapolis, but soon became too small for us. more people joined and new babies were born. In 2014, we purchased this building to accommodate our growing community. We offer a variety of programs and services, including a youth program, weekend school, homework help, an annual conference, and annual picnic and funeral services. Through these services, we serve over 1,000 people pretty much every year. Once again, we would like you to thank you from our bottom of our hearts. Thank you for coming. But again, if there's any concern, any complaint, or any compliments, please use this opportunity. We want to hear from you more than hearing from us. Especially running school here, we have about 200 to 250 students. So far, we didn't have any incident outside of the masjid, but we want to hear from you. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, my name is Ifra. I'll start. Assalamu alaikum, may peace be upon you. I would like to express my gratitude to each and every one of you for gracing us with your presence today. It is truly an honor to have you all here with us to celebrate this special occasion. Before I continue, I want to take a moment to thank everyone who made this event possible. From our mosque leaders, our volunteers, the women who helped us set up this event, and youth who dedicated their time and efforts to make this event a success. We couldn't have done it without you. I also want to express our gratitude to Trellis, who sponsored this event and provided us with valuable resources and information for our seniors. Thank you for your support and for being part of our community. As we gather here today to break our fast, we come together in the spirit of community and friendship. This is what Ramadan is all about, a time for reflection, forgiveness, and unity. Throughout this month of fasting, we are reminded of our blessings, and we learn to appreciate the value of sharing and caring for one another. In the Quran, Allah reminds us of the importance of unity and coexistence. In chapter Al-Hujurat, Allah says, "O mankind, we created you from a single pair of male and female, and made you into nations and tribes that you may know one another. Verily, the most honored of you in the sight of Allah is he who is the most righteous of you, and Allah has full knowledge and is well acquainted with all things." This verse highlights the beauty and diversity of the importance of respecting each other's differences. We may come from different backgrounds, cultures, and beliefs, but we are all part of the same human race. Let us celebrate our differences and learn from one another. I would like to share a quote with all of you from Karen Armstrong, who writes, "Our differences are our richest source of creativity and innovation, and our common humanity is expressed in our ability to communicate and coexist peacefully." This quote emphasizes that our differences should not be a source of conflict, but rather a source of innovation and creativity. I want to extend an open invitation to our neighbors and guests to visit our mosque and meet with our religious leaders. We are always here to answer any questions you may have about our faith or our community. We hope that throughout this event we have built bridges of understanding and friendship between us, and we look forward to continuing this journey of mutual respect and coexistence. Once again, I would like to thank you all for joining us for this iftar, and I hope that you will enjoy the food and the company. Let us continue to come together in the spirit of unity, compassion, and friendship. Shukran. Thank you so much for coming.
My name is Jamal Osman. I'm Minneapolis City Council member in District 6, which is located right here in Tawfiq Center. I want to take time to thank the leaders of the mosque, the Dr. Ahmed, Sheikh Bashir, Sheikh Nasir. This is a beautiful community and I'm glad to be part of it. Our office today, we also have a Beirut from the community that works in the office of Ward 6 that are here. I want to, thank you. I'll just hold it. It's fine. It's fine. Tawfiq means a lot to us. As Sheikh Nasir mentioned, Tawfiq Center is a place for all of us to gather. You know, my children and I come visit. This is our mosque. It's a place that youth can come and really feel like they belong here. There are different programs that takes place in here. And for the entire Muslim community in city of Minneapolis, it's great to be living in this time. One of the things on the council that we have worked on last couple of years, and I think you have heard on the news, that call to prayer, which is really important to our faith and our religion. As you hear the bells of churches, it's a Christian faith. Right now, in the city of Minneapolis, the first major city in the United States that's allowed call to prayer, and means a lot to us. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing to be living this time. So, also Ramadan is one of the most important months in our community. I think this Ramadan, especially personally to me, has been blessing because it's not in the middle of August. It's been a lot easy to observe Ramadan. So yeah, just want to take time and really thank the leaders. This mosque has, keep producing great students, and hopefully we can expand and continue supporting the mosque. So I'm proud to be presented in this community and calling this community home. Thank you so much all for coming in. It means a lot to us to see you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. We are ready to break the fastings. I think we have about 8 more minutes. So with that, I'll have Tiger to just say a few words from the community members.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for coming. It's great to be here with community. I'm here for 2 reasons. One, I am a congregant here at Tawfiq Islamic Center. And 2, I'm a lifelong Seward resident. When I served as president of the Seward Neighborhood Group, we certainly tried to bring a bunch of people together. I know under Diane's administration, she also tried very hard. And Marnie also tried very hard when she was president of the neighborhood group as well. And I think they did a remarkable job of building the foundation for what we have here today. I'm also running to represent Ward 6 on the Minneapolis City Council. And it's just wonderful to be here and to see so many people who've signed up to be delegates. I think it's something that a lot of people don't know, which is worth mentioning. But the DFL actually moved our convention to May 20th out of respect for Ramadan. And I just think it's wonderful to be in Minnesota, a state, and also to be a member of a party that works so hard to ensure that people get their faith respected, an interfaith family. So it's worth mentioning that Christians and Jews also fast. For Christians, it's Lent, right? And for Jews, it's Passover. And it really teaches us to be humble, and it teaches us how it feels to not have a warm meal that you can rely on every single day. And so once again, I look forward to continuing to have conversations with all of you and to continuing to have events like this, not only in mosques, but in churches and synagogues all across Ward 6. So thank you all very much, and enjoy the meal.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Jamal Osman, Minneapolis City Council member in Ward 6. I represent in this community, and we are here at Tawfiq Masjid. Tawfiq traditional community iftar is taking place. We have many community members that have visited us today. We're really thankful to see the support, and Tawfiq Masjid has done a lot of work with our community. So I'm grateful to be part of, Sheikh Bashir, Sheikh Nasir, and others, and to join them today as a council member in this district for iftar. And one of the things I'm really proud of as a council member, that we allow, first time in anywhere in America, call to prayer. You can hear the adhan now anywhere in the city of Minneapolis. Masjid Tawfiq was one of the first masjids I have visited that we told them that they're able to do it. So I'm really proud of the work we have done. We have 3 council members, Muslim council members on the council, 5 times a day, call to prayer. As you hear the church bells, now you're able to hear a major city in the United States call to prayer, and that's one of the beautiful things living in Minnesota. So Ramadan Mubarak, and it's been a blessed month. Have a blessed month. Thank you so much.
Iftaarri har'aa hedduu bareedaadha. Guyyaa uummata naannoo adda addaa biyya biraallee amantii adda addaallee walitti dhufnee Ramadaanni maal akka ta'e, Islaamummaan maal akka ta'e, iftaarri immoo maaliif akka soomaa jirrullee uummata kaanillee ofitti qabnee akka itti waliin akkuma amantiin keenya jedhu kana waliin faxaru jaalala walii wajjin jireenyaa fi maal akka ta'e walitti finnee kana gochuun warra Masjid Tawfiq kana hedduu galatoomaan jedha. Maaliif nama hedduu nama adda addaa as keessa jira. Garaagarummaa keenya bifaanillee amantaanillee waan hundumaa ta'e gaafa waliin dhufnee akkasitti wal arginu khayruma islaamummaan nu barsiisuu nutti mul'isa. Kanaafuu warra Masjid Tawfiqin hedduu galatoomaa jechuun barbaada. Isinillee warri as jirtanullee hedduu galatoomaa. Ramadaanni kun gaadhumarra ga'eera kan khayrii, kan bilisummaa, kan jaalalaa. Oromoon immoo milkii itti argatu nuuf haa godhu inshallah. Hundi keessaniifuu barri dhufu kan bilisummaa, kan gammachuu, kan jaalalaa, kan milkii itti argannu nuuf haa ta'u jalaa galatooma.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa walahu ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hordoftoonni daawwattoonni OROMIA11 hundi keessanuu akkuma gaagartanitti har'a halkan 25ffaa Ramadaana keessa jirra. Halkan keessatti Leelatul Qadrii kajallu. Halkan kanarraan tan akkuma gartanitti ollaa ummata masgida Tawfiq qubatu 2400 Minneapolis Avenue faranjoota amantii islaamaa qabanii fi kan qabnellee walitti yaamuudhaan ollaan haqanurraa qaba jechuudhaan Rasuulilleen alayhi salaatu wasalaam ollaan akka sadarkatti haqan waan irraa qabu waan nu beeksisaniif isaa walii yaamnee waliin akka faxarru guyyaa kana islaamummaa keenyas akka barsiisnu bakka kanatti gartee Polisa chief maanileen as jira itti gaafatamaan komishinara poolisoota Minneapolis illeen elected official akkasumatti warroota gartee bakka bu'oota qaama mootummaadha kan Minneapolis illeen akka Jamal Faan akkasumatti Oromo community irraa illeen Adde Leelaan Faan akkasuma walumaa galatti sheekotii teenyaa fi boordiin kuni maal garsiisa gaafa rakkoo qofa waliin dhufu osoo hin taane gaafa nagayaatis waliin dhufnee waliin nyaannee waliin yeroo gaarii qabaannee yaada wal jijjiirannee islaamummaan maali ummanni Oromoo kun ummata akkamii eessaa dhufanii biyya kana keessatti bu'aan isaan buusaa jiran maali qabeenya guddaa biyya kana keessatti illee akka isaan tahan ummata gartee shororkeessa akka hin taane islaamummaan amantii nagee akka taate amantii kabajaa akka taate waan akkasii gartee bifa bareedaadhaan waliin nyaannee waliin dhuyinee gaafii isaan qabanii fi yaada isaan qaban irraa fudhachuudhaan bifa saniin arraan tana Tawfiq Islamic Center April kudha meeqa jirarra April kudha jaha jirra Ramadaana 24ffaa jechuudha. Kana fakkaata gaa qophiin baranaa turtii gaarii OROMIA11 bakka kana dhuftanii sagantaa kana tamsaasuu keessaniif illee galatuma ulfaadha isinin jenna. Keessattuu kaameraamaaniin keenyaa fi akkasumatti gaazexeessaan Abdunaasir galatame. Assalaamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. Eid Mubarak.
I appreciated the opportunity to come, the hospitality. The food was wonderful, but just to be with the Oromo community, to be able to represent the Blaine and Lexington area and to connect with folks from that part of town, it was just a great opportunity and a wonderful evening.
I live in Blaine too.
Oh, do you? All right. Well, great. Well, I love to represent Blaine and Lexington in the Minnesota House. As I mentioned in my remarks, our House CFL leadership, they're really committed to creating a much more inclusive Minnesota, one where everybody is welcome, a capital where everybody is welcome. So would encourage anybody, especially if you live in Blaine or Lexington, reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. Want to be a strong advocate for the community.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Good to see you again. And how do you see the experience of Iftar?
Well, I've been lucky that I've been able to come to several different iftar in the community, and it's incredible to be here at this masjid. It's such a great place here in the community, right on Minnehaha, and just everyone here, the young people at the event, community coming together, particularly the last 10 days of Ramadan. It's just absolutely beautiful, and it's great to be here sharing a meal and conversation and so much love with so many different people from the community.
So Chief, let me ask you a couple questions. It used to be like there is a huge gap between the officers and the community. Do you think that gap is getting closer, or the environment is changing?
Well, that gap is definitely still too wide. And that's something that we have to try and close every day. And so that's why it's important that I personally try and come out to masjids for prayer, and I try to come to different community events around the city to make sure people can know me personally and start to see our officers in non-law enforcement settings. And we have a long way to go, but I do think we are making progress just because so many people in the community have been so loving and so welcoming of us.
Thank you. And then if you have any message like for the public, so that they can help the law enforcement to, close the gap.
Well, one thing that's really important is we are desperately in need of police officers, and we especially need police officers to come from the city of Minneapolis and to come from many of the communities where we have not had representation of officers before. So the biggest ask I have is for young people from our community to consider joining us to make the department better, to create change in their city, and look into the different ways that they can serve with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Hayyame iftaar hadha maal fakkaata?
Ruza utufidani, chicken wajini asiti as gutesne nanne. So yeah, naata bereda galatoma masgidati.
Ramadan maal fakkaata?
Ramadani nakbale ne bereda nati. It's good. Enjoy every year spending Ramadan. So yeah.
Dhaamsi ati ummataaf qabdu jira?
Ramadan Mubarak, Eid Mubarak. Ramadan, may the next Ramadan everybody's here to live it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Galatu.
Abbo Ahmed me iftaara kana isintu qopheesse iftaarri hadha maal fakkaata?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Duraan dursee galanni karabbiiti akkasumas OROMIA11 arraa dhuftaniitiin iftaara sagantaa iftaara kanarratti hirmaatanii ummataaf dabarsuudhaan galatooma isinin joo barbaada on behalf of Tawfiq Islamic Center. Arraa kuma argitan sagantaan tuni sagantaa iftaara neighborhoodidha. Ollaa keenya aftarsiisuudhaaf akka isaan dhufanii nu wajjii maali aftarri ramadaanni maal fakkaata waan jedhamu ramadaanuma qofa argiteetiin jechumaan akka hin beekne soo qofan ta'inillee qaamalleen dhufanii nu wajjiin laalanii akka tuni aftarratti furru maaliin furraa waan jedhamurraa ture. Guddaan immoo wanni waliigalatti sagantaan tuni wanni irratti hirmaattee wanni irratti walii qabamte unity jechuudha, tokkummaadha. Namni tokko yoo amantii fedhee qabaatee aadaa fedhee yoo qabaatee coexistent jechuudha, waliin jiraachuu waliin dalaguu ollaa ta'uun ni danda'ama waan jedhu. Fi ammallee wanni irratti adeemaa ture islaamummaan tun maali? Islaamummaa kana ijatanii ilaalanii warra ollaa keenyaa kun maaliif yeroo takka takka miidiyaa adda addaa irratti islaama jechuun vaayilensiidha, islaama jechuun waan terrorism waan jedhamurratti jecha kanarratti xiyyeeffatanii jecha kun jecha propaganda silallee miidiyaa irratti oofamaa jiru. Kanas xiqqoo akka adda baafatanii akka baratanii namni gaafii qabu masgiinni keenya banaadha yeroo fedhanitti dhufanii imaamota keenya aalimoota keenya dhufanii nu gaafachuu ni danda'an jenneetiin akka isaan mool comfortable godhanii fi isaan illee irratti haasawaa ture sanirra.
Sagantaa akkanaa qopheessuun kun ilaalcha hawaasni keessattuu warroonni ilaalcha dogongoraa qaban sababa miidiyaatiin ilaalchi isaanii jijjiirama jettee yaadda?
Ilaalchi silalleehu irratti jijjiiramuus baatu hanga takka uummanni as keessa dhufan kunarra waan duraan yaada keessaa qaban waan duraan islaama akkati yaadu turan wanni islaamni ta'e irra xiqqoo numan yaada islaamni akkasii miti. Islaama jechuun amantaa nagaa, islaama jechuun argiteetiin jaalalaa fi fedhii namaa qabu nama walitti hammatu walitti fiduudha. Jaanitiin laalajaa immoo dhugaadha. Guyyaa takkatti illee jijjiiruu baannu immoo nuti meseejii keenyan xiqqoo uummanni hanga tokko irra waa faameetu mas keessaa bahan hin jaa.
Dhaamsa biraa qabda?
Dhaamsi biraa homaa hin qabnu galatooma isinillee dhuftanii asitti nu hordofuu keessaniif dhaamsi irraa booda hajjeewwan barbaade hawaasni keenya kamisoota keessa jirtan especially warri masgiidotaatii fi community illeen bakka jirtanitti I think sagantaa kana afeertanii karaa tokkoon daawwaadhaa karaa tokkoon ammaas illee islaamummaadhaa eenyummaa keenya illee asuma keessatti nu baranii oromummaanu har'aa hedduu uummanni kun takkaahu East Afrikaa gisee jaanii Somaalee majalatti hisaabamna. Har'aa immoo nuti as dhufnee oromummaa teenya illee harkisinee amantii teenya illee nuti amantiin teenya amantii akkanaati jennee amantii teenya illee barsiisuu jirra akka warra ollaa nu dhufanii akka dirmatan gisee nuti yaamne goosisuu fi inshallah bakka jirtanitti waan akkanaa sagantaa akkanaa tana yoo gootan isin dhaamsa kiyya.
Hedduu ulfaadhu.
Galatooma isinis.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ali Saeed and I am here for TIC. I'm a TIC member here for Iftar in this beautiful masjid in this beautiful place. Iftar was very great. Ramadan is very beautiful to do, and it's not a month of only fasting. It's a month of seeking rewards and doing other stuff that is nice for Allah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sohaib Mumme. I'm a member of TIC. I'm here for the iftar. It's really good. Like, everybody's fasting all day. They're tired. They come here, they eat, see their friends. It's a good time, inshallah. Like the month of Ramadan, it's a blessed month. You come here to eat, and then while you're fasting, you earn rewards. You pray, rewards are doubled. Then you leave the month of Ramadan being forgiven. Alhamdulillah, mashallah.
And today is also the last 10 nights of Ramadan, so you gain extra rewards from it.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Adurman Ghazi, and I want to talk about this blessed month and how you can get different reward. This might be one of the days of Laylatul Qadr, which is a day where the Quran was sent down and where you're gonna write down your death, your everything, and yeah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. والنازعات غرقا والناشطات نشطا والسابحات سبحا فالسابقات سبقا فالمدبرات أمرا.
صدق الله العظيم. What a beautiful recitation by our brother right here. What a beautiful recitation. It is very good.
Egaan kabajamtoota daawwattoota OROMIA11 sagantaan iftaaraa isin biraan gahaa turre kana fakkaata ture. Nutis sagantaa iftaaraa kanarratti argamneetiin nyaata bareedaa sagantaa afxiraa gaarii qabaannee turre. Hawaasni tokkummaadhaan wal gahee kanneen amantii islaamaa hordofanis akkasumas jiraattonni naannoo kanatti jiraatan yookiin tokkummaadhaan namoonni naannoo kana qubatan ummanni bifaan garagaraa asitti argame masjida Tawfiq keessatti sagantaa iftaaraa kanarratti argamuudhaan hirmaatee jira. Sagantaa kanarraayis waa'ee islaamummaatiif amantii biraatis baratanii jiran jechuudha. Amantii isaanii hordofan kabiraati. Kan ammoo waa'ee walitti dhufeenyi keenya maal fakkaata? Amantiin isaan hordofanis maal fakkaata? Islaamummaan hoo maal fakkaatti? Akka miidiyaa irraan odeeffamu moo akka hawaasni hoo dhugamatti jiruuf jireenyi isaa maal fakkaata? Amantiin isaa maal fakkaata waan jedhu dhihaatanii dhufanii waan miidiyaa irraa dhagahaniin ala hawaasa kanarraa waan hubatan waan baratan fakkaata. Isaanis asirratti argamanii hedduu gammachuu qabaachuu isaanii dubbatanii gama kennaan sagantaan isin biraan gahaa turre kana fakkaata. Irraa gammaddanii irraa baratanii jettan jennee abdanna. Hawaasni sagantaa kana sagantaa hawaasni irratti walitti dhufee wal baratu kan garaagarummaa isaa irratti kabajatu qopheessuudhaan akka nus sagantaa biraa irratti hirmaannu abdii qabna. Gama kennaan nagaan nuuf jiraadha isiniin jenna.